So I'm super pumped today because today is intensive day. Every quarter we run an event called the Financial Freedom Summit, and today we're going to be going through an event that's called the Investment Operating System. Now, over the course of the last kind of almost 20 years, I've observed so many people who understand they need to invest, right? They know that they need to do something. They need to take action in order to create financial freedom. But we're never taught how to invest properly. And in my experience, the vast majority of people who aren't investment professionals tend to speculate and invest emotionally using their gut feel, which isn't necessarily a predictable way in order to build wealth. So over the course of the last 20 years or so, we've been developing a number of frameworks around how do you objectively create an investment operating system. It's a set of principles, rules, and frameworks that allow you to deeply understand the various asset classes that produce returns. Secret, there's only really three that have predictably worked throughout history in order to amass wealth and be financially free. And those three things are acquiring or building a valuable business that you can one day sell. Two, acquiring good quality property that appreciates over time because it is in desirable locations based on fundamental drivers that allow that asset to appreciate over time. And three, you invest in the stock market. You buy fractions of other people's companies and you utilize a methodology of asset selection in order to ensure that you're buying the right companies that have the appropriate upwards momentum that allow you to appreciate your investment and hopefully produce passive income by way of dividends, the distribution of profit of those investments. Now, the vast majority of people speculate around these things. They build emotional equity into their business, and they actually don't understand where intrinsic value in a private business comes from. If they do buy other businesses, they're typically businesses that are completely unrelated, that don't even leverage their existing skill set or infrastructure to allow them to become strategic acquirers. And if they ever do go to sell their business, they are often very disappointed by the result associated with that sale, if they're even able to sell at all. Second, with property, they have this home ground bias. They invest where they live or where they've grown up because they know the area, and they are speculating on the look of the kitchen, just basically superficial things that don't necessarily always determine the upwards growth of that particular investment. Three, when it comes to the share market, they're either terrified of investing in shares or they're taking barbecue advice from their family and their friends who are probably speculating as well. And they're basically rolling the dice on crappy investments with no real consideration to fundamental drivers or technical analysis that allows them to optimize their investment decisions. And this is what separates professional investors from those who are seasoned veterans who are able to produce predictable returns even through tough economic times like what we're in right now. And those who are basically blatantly speculating, allowing emotional drivers to take control, and they succumb to the market cycle of emotions, following the trends and following the patterns of the masses. And that typically leads them to either lackluster returns or potentially losing a lot of money in the process. So if you're a business owner and you recognize that you need to start working towards financial freedom, you need to take your business profit and turn it into personal wealth, you might need an investment operating system. Now, you might not be able to join us today, but if you jump in the link in my bio, wealthhealthcheck.com.au, there's a whole ton of resources and a performance scorecard that'll help you evaluate how you're tracking and help you work out exactly what you need to be doing. I'm looking forward to our guest presenters who are absolute phenoms. Both of them are eight-figure investors. Jack Henderson from Henderson Advocacy is going to be running a session on how he's built a multi-eight-figure property portfolio using the accelerator asset strategy. And we've got Louise Bedford from the Trading Game, who is an absolute master of trading the stock market. And she's helped so many people escape the rat race and make passive income utilizing the stock market. And then little old me is going to be covering the art of strategic acquisitions, how we've done over 8 figures in our business acquisitions and allowed us to essentially compound the value of our business very, very quickly. So really looking forward to getting stuck into it. Jump to the link in my bio if you want to find out more. Catch you guys soon.